So today on Project Shop, we're going to try something a little different. I'm on the road. I've been doing a lot of traveling back and forth, so I've been dropping a lot of videos, but my time constraint because of what I'm doing, I haven't been able to answer all the questions. So I figured while I'm driving, I'll get on here and answer some of the questions. My wife, who's on the phone, let's say it again. Hi. She's going to go over some of the questions with me, and we can answer them. There's been an overwhelming support and good wishes on the new property and everything, and towards my wife and me and everything. And we just want to thank everybody for that, and you know, kind of catch up on some of the questions. And also my wife and I always think it's kind of funny, and the people that always comment on the videos like first, I always found that interesting, and I appreciate there's people that watch every video or you know, watch them as soon as I drop them. You know, I appreciate everybody that watches the channel, whether you watch it immediately or get to it, or one video or all the videos. I really do appreciate it. It does help out. Okay, so I had my wife tally up the on the last 5 videos at least, the person that has commented first the most. So who is it?
So with 2 first comments, it goes to Adam K. He commented first on 2. Canadian Grower 420 commented first on 1. And then we had some others who commented first. So we have Adam Chupa 5884 and Big Country Scrapper comments on 1 each. So the winner was Adam K for this.
Oh, nice.
5 series.
Well, thank you, Adam. Nice to see Big Country Scrapper. I know he was in the hospital. I'm glad he's out and doing okay. He's one of the other channels out there in the scrapping community, so it's always nice to see that they're doing okay. I know there was something else. Was it Scrapping on the Fly that said he was in the hospital or had an issue in one of my live streams or something? Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I don't know if I already mentioned this, my live stream, it got, not only did it get disconnected, but got completely erased. I might have mentioned in the video, it's because I took my gun apart to find the make, and apparently you're not allowed to show a firearm in your hand on a live stream anymore. I didn't know that. I don't know if that was always a rule or that's something new with all the idiots out there doing dumb things. But I've always like showed, you know. But yeah, they didn't like that. So okay, and lastly, thanks to Canadian Grower for always commenting and all the support.
I'll actually begin by reading a couple comments that have just been really nice comments from longtime viewers all over the world. So we had David Us. I've been watching since the cardboard days, found you from your water sluice videos. It fills my heart with joy for you and your wife that you found this property. I teared up when you thank God and your wife for making this happen. God bless you both. Looking forward to seeing what comes next. You're an inspiration to many on here. Love from Australia. Wow,
Australia. Man, that's one thing I love about the YouTube, is the community is all over the world, and it always amazed me, and I love the fact that, you know, we can reach out and, you know, be a part of someone's life that's not in anywhere near us, or that we would ever come in contact with. You know, it really is amazing, like the YouTube and the technology, and how I got viewers from all over the world, man. It just really, it's pretty awesome. So thank you to all the global supporters. Okay, go ahead.
The next comment is from Matthew Falk 4124. Man, so excited for you. This is one of the most exciting things I've seen on YouTube in a while. When you moved into your current shop and talked about how much rent was, I keep thinking you need to get your own building. Knowing how costly real estate is in Florida, it'd be hard to do that, but you really did. So happy for you and your family, man. Congrats. Looking forward to keeping up with how that new ranch unfolds for you. Certainly wish you all the best with that. Thanks be to God for all of that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is crazy, and it definitely wouldn't have happened without my wife, so you guys can thank her. And yeah, the real estate, whether you're buying or renting in South Florida, is absolutely ridiculous, and it doesn't seem like it's stopping. So we've kind of gone outside the area. It's a little bit of ways. It's a little bit, we're more centrally located now, so it's going to be easier to expand out. Like, I wanted to get back to the West Coast, head up north, like I said in that video. So what we found was like a gem.
Here's another one from the Netherlands at Martin ENT. That's awesome. Been literally watching you since day one, AMG Life.
Wow.
Love the growth.
Wow.
Love the great work.
For those of you that don't, hold on, for those of you who don't know, AMG Life is the first video I dropped on YouTube. That's crazy. I even forgot about that. I'm sorry for cutting you off. What were you saying after that?
No, it's okay. That's all. I just finished it up. I'll probably just let that roll, and I'll just
that is a long time viewer. Wow, that's my first shop actually. So he was and you know what? I wish I could have done so much more in that first shop. I had so much fun in there. The things I was doing, and that's when I built the Frankensluice, and I got the granulator there. I got my wire stripper, my proper wire stripper there, and I already had the press for the transformers years before that. But that shop was, and man, it was cheap. It was like $2,200 or $2,300 a month, and it was bigger than the shop I'm leaving now. Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
I thought this one was funny. At S Waterman 08, all that beautiful land. Can't wait to see the life of the hoarder with 20 plus acres of land. LOL. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so my wife will rein that right in. That's not gonna happen. But we gotta, yeah, we're gonna have to work on that. Okay, go ahead.
This comment comes from @JohnDaly9188. Had a feeling a new shop was coming. 20-acre farm is the surprise. Miami is probably off the table now. How you pull this off will be interesting. I'll be watching.
Okay, so thank you, John. And John's been a long-time supporter and has sent me a lot of things that I use on, on a daily, like the my knife. I love the knife he sent me. You'll see me using it at the wire stripper. He sent me socket or chisel sets, impact Allen keys. I think some anchor lube, which I have yet to use yet. I have it, but a huge supporter, and I really appreciate the support and all the comments. And I'm pretty sure he's from my home state of New Jersey. So yeah, and to address the Miami thing, I will still be selling my scrap in Miami. I'm very loyal to them guys. I have customers in Miami. I have customers in, all of my customers are in pretty much Broward, Palm Beach, and Miami. So that's not going to change. I'm going to put everybody on a route, and I'm going to shoot. I'll probably leave early, shoot straight down to Miami. It's really taking a different route and bypassing like 95 and taking the west, a western road south, it's not going to be that much longer. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll shoot all the way down to Miami, sell some scrap, get some buy-in cash, and then as I work my way back up, I'll stop off at my customers, and then I'll just put everybody on that route. That's kind of what I used to do years ago. I would do counties. Every month I would be in a different, or every week of the month I'd be in a different area, couple counties, and I would always go to the furthest point away for a couple reasons. One, you get up early, you just shoot all the way far, and then you work your way back. That way when you're done, you're closer to home. And two, as you pick up more material and weigh your stuff down, you're not hauling the material all the way up and back. You're basically, you're getting closer. It saves on fuel and wear and tear. You're not pulling stuff 2 hours away. So I'll be doing similar to that. I'm heading far south and then working my way back up. Or once I start going to the East Coast or the West Coast or up north, I'll do the same thing. I'll shoot out all the way real far early in the morning and just snake my way back. But I don't know any other place that is going to pay me what Miami pays me. And I don't, because I have to compete. When you see me get that big wire, one of my customers the other day, for the first time ever, called me up and asked me, hey man, how much are you paying? How much will you pay for 2,000 pounds of 600? Now me, I always call local yards to see what they're paying. And I got a very interesting response from the lady at the one yard. She's like, oh, are you calling for the same company as earlier? So they're calling around for pricing, and their price was, I don't know, $1.80, $1.90 a pound, less than $2 a pound for #1 insulated, even 600 MCM. I came in at $2.30 a pound and wiped the floor with their price, and I still made a decent amount of money on that, because of where I sell my scrap. So yes, I still will be selling to Miami. I'm actually hoping to, pick up more customers now that I, got a little more space. I'm not so condensed. I'll have more time where I'm not shuffling stuff around. I can focus on sales, and while I'm out and about, start handing out cards, and to be honest with you, having a YouTube channel helps, man, because you can just say, hey man, check out my YouTube channel, check out what I'm doing. And me, I do some things that are just some people don't do, and have equipment that doesn't, I can show people a video of me splitting a 2,000 pound stator or something like that, and nobody's doing that really. So it helps with the sales. So that's something that we're going to be, once I'm moved and I can get focused on that, we're going to get back into that. Years ago, I had a sales pitch that worked really well for me, because I was going after a specific item that nobody was buying at the time. And now I'm going to have to tweak the sales pitch, but I think the same concept will work. And I've gone over it in live streams before in the past about how to get the customers. And I got to keep some secrets. I can't give everybody everything, because then what if people, I've actually already had people try to muscle in on my customers because of the YouTube, and seeing a customer name where I was at or something like that, which, that's my bad for putting it out there like that. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to the next question. I'll just keep talking.
The next question is from Lamal Kendrick, and he asks, 76 by 30 feet, what is that compared to your previous risks and work nonstop to achieve your goals. I really was waiting for one of the YouTube scrappers to just open their own yard. It's no surprise to see you figure it out. You deserve to get 100,000 subs by the end of this year.
Wow, thank you. I'd love 100,000 subs. That'd be awesome. Okay, so a 75 by 30 is basically one more bay than what I have. Now, it was hard to show the layout of my shop. It was basically 4 bays next to each other, and then one off of my office. And I wish my office was actually that other bay, and then the rest of it wide open. But it just wasn't that. So my shop was 25 by 15 bays, I think. And the 75 by 30 is going to be like one more bay, but it just all wide open in a row, and it's just gonna seem a lot bigger, and I'll have more room to do what I need to do. Now ultimately I you know, we'll probably run out of space at some point, but that'll be down the road. We'll figure that out when we get there. Ultimately there's room to expand, so, but a 75 by 30 open area in the middle, all concrete, is would be a game changer and give me more space and room than I have now. There won't be an office, won't be a bathroom, and then you know, it'll just be wide open. I can put my racks. The ceiling is going to be like a foot higher, I think, than what I had, and then 3 feet higher in the middle at the peak, or 4 feet higher, I'm sorry, in the peak in the middle. So it'll be more room all the way around, plus the basically whatever I decide I don't need in the building that's out, you know, outside, any projects or whatever. We have a plan for a kind of a compound. Once we get going, and we want to basically make a nice compound over there for me to work out of and expand and do everything I need to do. So stay tuned for all that. Okay, go ahead.
A few more comments and then we'll move on to the next video. Is at Living Off of Scraps. Congratulations on you and your wife's new place. Looking forward to much future success.
Living Off Scraps. I like that name. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. It is, you know, we appreciate all the support and the thanks.
This comment comes from Dennis Nichols 6267, and they write, pour the concrete straight away. Once the machines are in, it'll be a huge hassle and cost you so much time, mate.
Are you from Australia? Thanks for the comment. And yes, if I would have had the time, that would have been the way to go. I just don't have the time. I need to get out of that building and not be paying that rent, and then I'll figure it out from there. And I plan on doing it in sections anyway. So it's really not going to be that big of a deal. Obviously, yeah, it would be nice to pour a whole slab and then, you know, move the stuff there, but it's going to take, I don't even know, what, a week or two to cure before we can actually start working on it. So we're just doing it this way. I'm okay with working on that stuff for the time being, and it'll be one of the first things I do to upgrade the place. And then eventually, like, those machines are going to get moved to the other side of the property anyway. Okay, another thing, if you guys have any like questions about anything that absolutely you want answered, comment below in this video, and I'll make another video like this and we'll read every single question. Anyway, go ahead, let's go with the next question.
So at FrostyXX asks, if we get 1,000 likes, can we watch Steve ride the bull?
That's funny. Yeah, Yeah, didn't you send him out there with a carrot to feed the bull?
Yes.
Did he go on did he go on the inside of the fence?
He did.
Wow. So Steve used to have in Texas years ago 500 acres and 500 head of cattle, or something like that. There's hundreds of cattle, big Texas Longhorns, and I think he had Black Angus or something he was telling me. So he's kind of used to bulls and stuff like that. So okay, what's the next question?
So this question is actually one that has come from several people, but I'm going to read Opinionated Guy 1989. How far is Steve away from you now? You had mentioned he moved upstate a year or two ago. I know it's going to be a challenge for Oliver to get to work if he still has a job with you.
Okay, so Steve actually has moved back to Palm Beach County. So Steve and Oliver, it's going to be probably logistically too far for them. Oliver and Steve have both been out to the property, but I don't think that they're going to want to be traveling that far for work. If I have something locally that I'm doing that I can use their help with, maybe I'll have them meet me somewhere. If they want to come out and help me, if I have a big project going on, I have offered to pay for fuel, but time-wise, I don't think they want to be traveling 2 hours, and they got other things going on, like other jobs, and Oliver has a full-time job, and he's actually going back to school for his apprenticeship. He went to college, now he's going back to school for something else, as result in conjunction with whatever he's doing. So I just don't think he's going to have the time. Maybe one day. I mean, you'll probably most likely see him on the channel at some point, but until I get sorted, I can't say when that's going to be. Okay, go ahead.
Here's a concern from Matt Clutterbuck9318. Be warned if you have a 20-acre farm. If you aren't carefully, in 1 year you'll have 20 acres of crap. Rubbish expands to fill the space available. Best wishes, Matt.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the best wishes. And no, we're not going to be filling the place up with crap or whatever you called it, because we have other plans to do with the other side of the property, and the majority of the property is going to be agricultural farm, boarding. Hopefully one day we'll be boarding horses and doing stuff like that, and only a small portion. I don't need that much room for what I do personally. I'm going to stick to the copper. I don't scrap steel really, and steel things take up a lot of space and are just not, I'm not interested in it. Stuff like that. So I do, like my shop now, it does look kind of cluttered, and I have bins of scrap, but most of them bins are like aluminum, steel, copper, brass that just needs to be sorted. And I'll have the room to place and have certain bins for things, but as it goes like spread throughout the whole 20 acres, that's not going to happen. There's just no need for it, and for what I'm doing, it's maybe an acre or two, maybe 3. But the section where I'm going to be building a shop is up on a part of the property that's not going to be affected by the animals that are there, and what we want to do on the other side. So thank you for the concern now. Okay, go ahead.
So at BG Chaos 3171, he says, I love the alignment of your steering wheel, LOL.
So long-time viewers of the show, or the channel, will know that one day I was driving my truck and the steering felt really floaty, and I pulled off onto the side of the road, or I pulled into a turn lane, and it was a delayed response. And then I actually made the light, and I turned into a parking lot of a church, and I think God was looking out for me, or I had an angel with me or something, because the main shaft on my steering box snapped off. And I had just been driving back from Miami 80 miles an hour, towing a trailer. That could have been bad. But when I put the truck back together, the way the steering box lined up, and I didn't, you know, I didn't really look into it that far. I just bolted together. It was one of those rush jobs where I had things to do, and yeah, it was always crooked, but then it was like really crooked. And I think I actually just need to take the steering wheel off on this side and turn it. But there's also the bushings that are up in this steering column are wiped out or something, and it was like that when I got it. So I actually need to get in there and disassemble the whole thing, see what's going on. I need a new clock spring, for those of you know what that is, because my controls don't work, and it would be nice now that I'm traveling farther to have cruise control. So we'll be getting into all that soon. Once I'm moved and set up, the maintenance on this truck and my other truck are going to have to be a huge priority because of the distance and the work that I'm going to be putting these trucks through. So that's something we'll be addressing for sure in the future. Okay, go ahead.
Here's a question from Adam Chupa 5884. Congratulations to you, but I have one question. For you, how will you be able to get high voltage power run to new places, and it is not in areas to higher voltage power use, like 440 volts?
Nothing I have would be running 440 volts. And there is a transformer out by the front of the property where my shop is going to be. So we'll have to have, where the shop is going to be is going to basically have its own meter and power and you know, its own service basically. But on top of that, I plan on having as much space as we have. I plan on building a solar system, you know, and I have a big diesel generator I plan on getting running off of the waste oil. So if I am running a big piece of equipment that's drawing a lot of power, we'll run it off of the generator, you know, and you know, hopefully I can put the energy out there and get a couple more smaller, because the one I have is massive. It'll run pretty much any piece of equipment. It's a 150 kW, so there's not much it will not run. But I would like to get a couple smaller ones, to where if I'm just running one small piece of equipment, I can just have it out there running, or power the shop, you know, off of the used oil. But ultimately, I plan on going solar, and every square footage of roof and area that I can come up with, I'm going to put solar panels in. So, you know, eventually the power won't be an issue. I mean, my wife already told me the electric bill just for the house was shockingly high. So I can just only imagine me running equipment and fans all day and stuff like that. So yeah, I could see $1,000 electric bill probably. So we'll have to do a lot of things to bring that down. Okay, go ahead.
So this comment leads the section at Daydreamer Fishing. Poor Murmur, he's on a diet and has flies attacking him. He probably looks at you and says, "Really? You're putting me on a diet?" You can buy a bunch of fly traps for the property. It may take a month, but you'll make Murmur's life better.
Yeah, we definitely excuse me. There was some fly spray that came with the little bit of stuff. Literally, that bucket is all that was out there. I don't know what, those animals have been out there for 20 years, and the routine that they're used to, obviously, I think they've only had that bucket, because when I go near that bucket, they come, you know, they come. But there was some fly stuff in there that I sprayed on him. I don't know how much that worked, but yes, we will be looking into natural and other methods of keeping the flies away from the animals and us, you know. So if you got any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Any natural, I don't want to be pumping the animals with chemicals and spraying harsh chemicals on them whatsoever. So if we can do it in a natural way, you know, I'm all for any options in that route. Okay, go ahead.
So here's to at Joe Valenti, CT, holy crap, awesome. And at Adam WTX, I knew it, looks like a great place.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been, Adam W, he's a longtime supporter as well. Send me all the gloves that I should be wearing all the time, and safety glasses. And gave Oliver his little tiny gloves for his little tiny hands. He said there was a comment one time, I gave Oliver a pair of gloves, and he said he looked like Mickey Mouse. Okay, go ahead.
I think this one is for me. All season 7585. Wonder if the wife is going to act like the landlord and keep the mess and hoarding in check. Congrats on to you both. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's got to keep it in check.
Yes.
Yeah. There's not. I mean, it's once I have a building on the other side of the property, and I have some type of equipment that's on road, off road. You know, it's going to be kept well in check. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
So this one is for the safety marshal at Paul Norton G5E. Love your dog.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the dog is great. Could listen a little better, but the dog is definitely great. Okay, go ahead. Oh, watermelon. Dang, I knew I should have stopped. Okay, go ahead.
So Adam WTX has actually also commented you should buy a donkey and name it Steve.
Yeah, definitely want a donkey. I heard they're really great for like protecting your herd and stuff like that. But we plan on having all kinds of, like, we're gonna get all the animals, and you know, we're gonna have a proper ranch, farm, whatever you want to call it. So, oh, I should stop for tacos.
Nope.
No?
At Bob.
Oh.
Nope. At Bob 42000. Don't show your house. We would love a crib view, but it's not worth it. Just keep the animals in the video.
Yeah, that's something we're going to try to do. My wife really is about privacy, and I'm surprised she's actually on the phone in the video, but yeah, we're going to keep it private. We don't need people showing up at our house. You know, that's just weird. It was weird when people showed up at my shop when I've never invited anybody. Like, there are customers of mine that I've had for 15 years that have never been to any of my shops. You know, because I have a pickup service, and there's no need. So it's just weird when random people, and I understand, you know, if you're a fan and you just wanted to like see the operation or meet me, but like I am like extremely busy most of the time. I don't even have time for myself or my wife sometimes, which is a big problem. But you know, like if I really wish I could like just say, hey, we're having a, you know, like a subscriber meeting or whatever, or just having meetings, like if people, like even just at my shop when I open my door and I'm just trying to load up to leave, people stop by and stop me.
These questions and comments are coming from the next video. The Copper King has left the building, part 1. And the first comment is from at Termites Are Good One. Install 2 electric meters, one for
Yeah, we plan on doing something similar to that. I mean, I guess I could put a meter on that little shed or shop, but we're gonna have a whole nother service coming on the other side of the building. Okay, go ahead. Thanks for the suggestion. And we out in cow country, man. All these cows are chilling in the shade right now. Go ahead.
So at Matthew 865 JAG, he warns, better be careful. Steve is going to move into a camper out there. LOL. Love the new place.
Thank you. I don't see that happening, but thanks for the warning. Go ahead. Next question.
At Frosty XX, can't wait for part 2, 3, 4, 5. Saying goodbye to PSFL number 2 and see PSFL number 3 being built is awesome. I remember the backyard shop number 1. I remember when the Copper King wasn't even orange and black.
Wow, yeah, that's right. When I started making videos at I didn't have any of those orange and black until I moved into the shop I'm in now. And it was blue and yellow, actually. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
So this comment is from Randy Dobson, 1863. Hello, Project Shop FL. And it is Randy, and I like your video. It's cool. And thanks, Project Shop FL and friends and Randy.
Thank you, Randy, for all the support and all the comments. We really appreciate you.
Long-time commenter. Long-time commenter.
Okay, go ahead.
At Paul Mitchell 1319, he actually donated $2. Thank you.
Oh wow, thank you. You donated right in the chat or in the comments? I didn't even know that was a thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
He bought a super thanks, which directly supports Project Shop FL.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
At J Monstead comments, lots of solar inverters will produce 220 volts split phase. So that'll be a piece of cake. I imagine you know plenty of places nearby where you can buy a truckload of used solar panels for peanuts.
I hope so. I'll be definitely looking into that. I've seen a lot on like Marketplace, so just got to make sure that we can get some high amperage, you know, something where we're not maxing it out.
At Joe Valenti CT asks, is Wi-Fi available at your new place? Hopefully you can still do lives out there in the boonies, LOL.
Yeah, actually we had internet put in, and it's weird cable they have, like, what was it, a fiber or
It was a fiber optic.
yeah, they got fiber optic cable. It's such a small cable they brought into the house, but yeah, we got high-speed internet at the house. And I'm going to test a live stream out at the garage, but I think what I'm going to have to do is bring a hard line out there with a signal booster. I could do live from in the house, but we'll have to see. We'll be doing live streams out there, but we do have good internet. The Wi-Fi works pretty good in and around the house to a certain extent. I was able to pick up a signal in my truck. I got on my laptop all the way on the other side of the barn. So it went through the whole barn and carport and into my truck all the way, pretty far away. I was actually surprised. It was very slow, but nothing I could stream off of. But it definitely some signal out there. With, I don't know if we could just put a router out there, or I'm just going to run a hard line with a booster so I can plug in and have a dedicated line in the shop. Okay, go ahead.
At Daryl MIGNERY 575 says, you're going to have to bring out the #1 electrician in Florida to do a bunch of electrical work for you.
yeah, we'll see if he can make it out there. I also have a long-time customer that lives just a little bit north, where I've picked up scrap. You guys have seen the scrap on the channel I've gotten from him. He lives just a little north, and he was excited that I got a house and already offered his services. So if Oliver can't make it, we will have a certified electrician come out and help us with any electrical needs, you know. So okay, go ahead.
So at Lionel John Pilcher 204 says, "Get moved. I wish I could give you a hand. Hi from New Zealand."
Wow, thank you, I appreciate it, man. We're moving right now. I'm hauling a load of stuff. You know, every day it's something. I appreciate, you know, the support and the comment. Thank you.
And Frosty XX asks, "How long do you have to move out? September 1st?
Yeah, we got until the end of the month, so we got to step up our moving game.
This one is for me. Again, at Lionel John Pilcher 204. All this time away from your wife, you better take her for a nice dinner and a nice night out, please."
Yeah, it's been tough. It's definitely been harder than I ever could have imagined, but I'm hoping once the move is done that there will be lots of dinners. So I appreciate that comment.
So this is a little controversial. At CSR SANC says, "Copper, man, I've been to that scrap place near your new spot. They're scavengers for sure. Stick to the Miami Mafia."
Yeah, I don't plan on selling them any copper at all. I will contact them about steel and see if they'll match the price I was getting in Palm Beach. If not, I have to go to Palm Beach anyway. I'll just haul all my steel to Palm Beach. I really don't care. You know, if you know, and then I'll make a video about their shady tactics or their crappy prices. You know, I mean, they are like, it seems like they're the only game in town, so they don't really have to compete with other people. It's tough down south. The reason why the prices are higher is because there's so much competition. Those guys are working on thin margins, man. I talked to some of the owners, and it's tough for them guys, man. So this guy out here, he seems like he's doing all right. I don't think he's hurting, because where else is there to go out here? So, but yeah, we'll be going to Miami. Okay, go ahead.
So Alvaro Paulo 6079 asks, "Does that mean you have to find new helpers? No more Oliver and Mike."
Oliver and Mike? I didn't know I had a Mike working for me. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna need someone local. You know, that's like 2 hours traveling. That's just a lot. So, you know, maybe every once in a while if I got something big going on, but like daily or weekly, I just don't see it happening. So yeah, I will be looking, once I'm set up and I get a flow going, I'll be looking for some local help. So if you're centrally located and want to help, email me through the link on the YouTube page. Okay, go ahead.
These questions and comments are coming from the next video in the series, "The Copper King Has Arrived Part 2. So this is from Mama PSF at Betty Morgan 4909. "Now get used to all of nature's sounds, just like when you were a kid. Maybe get one of those guarding dogs to keep predators away, especially if you get
we're going to definitely need a guard dog. I'm thinking a couple pit bulls. It's really a shame. Before I started YouTube, literally right before both my dogs died within like 2 months of each other, but I used to have, well, at one point 3 of the most beautiful pit bulls you've ever seen, and most well trained, trained off leash, and I'm a big fan of proper pit bulls, not these mixed breeds you find out there. And I'll get into that in another video when I start looking for dogs and what a proper pit bull is and what their role originally was. Because most people don't even, they're very, very demonized by the media. But if you look at very old photos of pit bulls, they were family dogs, and normally they were there to protect the kids. So it's a shame they got the rap that they got. But I'm a pit bull lover at heart, so there will be some guard dogs on duty as soon as I can get situated and set up. But we do have a safety marshal now, and she's got a big mouth, so it's good enough for us. Go ahead.
So at Laleveld2619, he says, or they say, nice haircut, Steve, and several other people commented on how nice Steve's haircut was.
Steve looked like, oh dude, what's that guy? Dude, I forget the guy's name, man, but when he showed up one day with all his hair cut off, I was shocked. He looked like a little boy, or like just so much younger. Yeah, it was definitely like culture shock or something, man. I'm still getting used to that. Oh, David Bowie is who I was thinking of. He kind of reminded me of David Bowie at some point. Okay, go ahead.
And Mike Z. Monroe says, the sounds of the country are much different than of a Palm Beach industrial park, and the radio towers and the little TV antenna tower. Way before cable, we all needed antennas for local TV reception. It will be an amazingly effective light pole and lightning rod.
Yeah, I mean, probably still to this day, my parents are probably using an antenna. I grew up with an antenna just like that, but we had a knob that we could turn the antenna from the TV. You turn a knob to turn the antenna and get a better signal. So I know all about them antennas, man. I grew up with them. Okay, go ahead.
Gareth Stott says, would definitely invest in a gantry crane in new shop if funds allow. Drive in, lift, drive away.
Yeah, I'm actually already thinking about something like that in the carport. I do have some I-beams and trolleys. I might just make something myself, you know. I don't know, but we'll be looking into that. But like, I'm gonna focus more of my energy on just pouring a slab. It's just having a forklift is, in my opinion, better than having a gantry crane. Now, ultimately, I'd love to have a gantry in a new shop, but we'll see. Go ahead.
So these two comments are discussing the floor of the car park. At Mellow86 says, I was already thinking about how to keep that rock clean of all the debris from the wire and other stuff until you get some concrete. Maybe you can find some rolls of rubber matting, or like you said, some plywood to lay down temporarily. Can't wait to watch everything come together, man. And Papa Scrap says, keep the gravel and pour concrete on top of it and put wire fence in concrete.
Yeah, the wire mesh and the concrete. So I used to actually be a concrete finisher years ago, so I know all about the rebar and rebar placement, the wire mesh and stuff like that. And then for years I was a concrete cutter. I did concrete demolition, so I know all aspects of concrete and have all the tools to pour it and finish it. Okay, we're back at it. I'm actually on my way back to the shop now, and we're going to answer some more questions. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah Horton 101 asks, where is the old forklift?
I actually brought it to the house, and hopefully once I get settled in there and I can actually get that done. I was actually looking to see if I couldn't put like dual wheels on that thing or something to help out around the farm, but either way, we'll be getting that thing fixed one day. I got a new motor for it, new hydraulics, and it's definitely going to be needed to pick up heavier things, because I've already maxed out the mini forklift many times.
This comment is from Martin Strange, and he says, if I was you, Copper King, get an infrared black light security camera system that you can remotely control. Also fit a hidden spray bar to remotely spray DNA liquid on any vehicle running up uninvited. I would also get night glasses to see it in the dark, a paintball gun to fire at any cougars running up to your animals, use rubber balls and it won't come back. An electric golf cart with an upgraded battery and motor to boot around the fields would be fun. I bet the missus would drive it. The pooch would be there with his little seats. For a runabout that does 100 miles per gallon, a Chevrolet Volt, or an American equivalent of a Vauxhall Ampere electric main motor with a petrol charge motor. It's a shame the big rear four-wheeler trucks don't have a Chevy Volt-like setup.
I do have infrared cameras, night vision cameras. I will be putting up because I'm interested to see what type of animals I can catch at night on the cameras. And as for like the cougars and stuff like that, or any predator animals, I don't know about rubber balls. I'll have to take that into account. Maybe I'll get something like that. Maybe a shotgun with some less than lethal ammunition. But that'll only be like the first or 2 rounds. The rest of them are going to be slugs. Just in case. You never know. Alright, go ahead.
So this comment is from @GeorgeCipher4568. He says, the perfect pond pen would be a few small gators. Grab yourself a few small gators and they'll keep your pond nice and clean for you. You are the most unorganized person I've ever seen. You talk so much about what you're going to do, and then you talk about it again, and then for a good round of and giggles, you'll talk about it again in the next video. WTF. The noise you're hearing over in the woods is Bigfoot.
Possibly. It does sound like Bigfoot running or something. I swear, man, I've heard like 3 different distinct noises out there that it sounded like something heavy-footed, big, heavy was running, you know, and it didn't, I don't think it was the horse, because the horse was on the other side of the property, but I don't know. Yeah, I might be unorganized, but it's unorganized. It's been chaos, yeah. So hopefully with the move and not having to move stuff around so much, I'll be able to actually organize everything and find a home for stuff. So
These questions and comments are coming from the video Field of Dreams, Temporary Shop Setup, and a Pineapple Thief. At Mr. Biolot says, DIY spray foam, that internal shop. Connex boxes are a steal of a deal for storage. Buy 2 or 3 and you'll be set up until the new shop.
yeah,
I'm sure
see,
you already know.
you should listen to this guy.
Pardon?
I said you should listen to this guy.
Why?
He said buy Connex boxes.
I don't want Connex boxes. But keep in mind where you'll be using the forklift. Those areas all need concrete. Maybe another drive-through shop with doors on both sides to enter and exit from the shop.
drive-through shop would be nice.
And Dumpster Marcus says, pumped to see how you do the shop. I moved the wife with the dump trailer, had me laughing, LOL. I have a 30 by 60 shop and love it. Death wish I had more. They fill up quick.
Yeah, well, I got to start with something, and hopefully we'll expand in the future.
And Adam Chupa 5884. Hope everyone is having a good start to a long holiday weekend.
Oh yeah, what is it, Memorial Day?
Labor Day.
Labor Day?
Yes.
Yeah, well, happy Labor Day to everybody. I usually don't even know what day it is, so. Or holiday or anything.
I think your weekend is going to be full of moving.
Yeah. I will definitely be laboring on Labor Day. So, okay, what's next?
And Doug Lloyd 3802. If you're going to revamp your fluorescent tube lighting, don't buy the plug-and-play tubes. There's tubes you could buy that are 110 and you bypass the ballast.
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. You bypass the ballast. I wasn't thinking that there was a plug. That's what I meant, plug and play. Like you just yeah. I got you. Thank you.
So this is a very important question from CU Scrapping. Asks, I sure miss my place out in the country. Not as big as yours. Mine was an acre with a 30 by 40 shop. Peaceful, quiet, do what you want when you want. I built a nice area for fun that I haven't heard you mention yet. Where is the firing range going?
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be some type of range on the property eventually. We want to actually put a pond in, or a little lake or a little pond for the animals. So we'll use the dirt for that to make a backstop, and then we'll build like a proper little shelter to and you know, the gun rest for shooting. Probably on the very far back side of the property. But yeah, that's definitely in the plans.
And Frank Wren G6S says, well, I have a couple of things for you. Number one, go watch Diesel Creek. He built himself a garage. He also ran our electricity. Wait till you see how much it cost at Diesel Creek. Yeah, it's a beautiful video where he did it so it shows you what you're going to be facing.
What do you say? Go watch Diesel Creek?
Yes, have you heard of him?
I think so, yeah.
It might be an interesting watch.
Okay. Thanks for the suggestion. Go ahead.
And Provost 1969, please just don't let this shop look like the other one. Keep it clean and organized.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try.
And Sean Casey 2444, put up a trail cam to catch the pineapple thief.
Yeah, I actually have some night vision cameras that are at my shop right now. When I pull them out of there, I'm going to set them up around my pineapples. Because what'd they give me for one already? I wind up getting one, which is absolutely delicious, and then I got one more coming that's almost ready. So yeah, I got to keep them out of there. I might put like a chicken wire cage around them or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes.
Did you check that pineapple was still there?
No, I haven't. I'll have to go check
It's
it.
probably
Yeah.
And Ben Moves Strings 8276 says, looks like you'll be needing a golf cart to get around your new place.
Looks like I need a golf cart to get around. Yeah. I'm gonna try to throw some batteries in that flatbed cart I got. Columbia or whatever it is. That would,
Lucy?
yeah, my wife has named it Lucy. So yeah, Lucy's gonna get tested out, and we're gonna see if we can't get it running. It looks like some of the harness might have gotten messed up or removed. It might just need like some solenoids and the batteries, really. I gotta figure out where the batteries are, whatever goes with that, the controller or something, I don't know. I'll look into, I'm gonna try to, excuse me, get a model number and a wiring diagram and see what it's actually missing. Down here in South Florida, there's golf carts everywhere. I'm sure I'll be able to get parts for it or modify it to run a different setup, but I'm pretty confident we can get it running.
So this is actually the first comment for Lucy. And Scrap Farm says, he puts a YouTube channel and then says, Lucy needs a set of these batteries. We're on the second summer on 2 of these packs running around the whole farm. One of the packs is in the kids' car, and they beat the holy hell out of it, dragging kids around, and old mattress behind it and everything.
Okay, would he have a link?
Yeah, we'll have to look at that link, because that's probably a good suggestion.
Thank you for the suggestion. We'll look into that. I know the guy I got my dump trailer from, he's into golf carts. Him and his buddy like rehab them, you know, refurbish them. He says he's got some, it's one big lithium ion battery he's got in there. And his golf cart just about pulls wheelies. I think the one cart he says it does like 40 miles an hour. It's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
Andrew Horner, M70. Derek, I know you're very busy, but when you have some chill time, why don't you and the wife metal detect the land and see if you find anything interesting?
That's interesting. I had to get a metal detector, but I've always wanted one, so maybe that's something I'll do.
Well, Sean Casey244 replied to that and said he doesn't have a metal detector, he scrapped it, LOL.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And Dave Carter 34 asks, how far away is access to power?
Well, we have a pole right behind the house coming in. And then where I want to build my shop, it's not too far, you know. They'd be able to bring in the wires. I don't see a problem with it.
Well, I got in contact with the provider months ago, even before we closed, and I still haven't heard back from their engineering team, because I submit the request for them to come out and review the area, because then they need to send it back to me, and I need to pull a permit for them to do that, an electric permit. And I haven't heard back, and every time I call them, they keep saying the same thing, that whenever they get around to it. So I don't know when we're going to be able to get
Three-phase, yeah. We contacted and inquired about bringing three-phase into the property. I wanted like a 300 amp service on my shop, three-phase, and I guess them guys are like on their own time. They just do things when they want.
I think that's how it is out here. And Matthew Wimpy 7220 comments, you just burned furniture in that I'm sure had foam and stuff. Don't put that on your garden.
Oh, the ashes, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I might do like a different burn pile of just like the brush and the wood around the house. There's always like wood and sticks falling from the trees that need to be cleaned up. I'll probably do that. Yeah, because I did burn some furniture. There was furniture already on that burn pile when I got there, so I just kind of lit it up.
Well, we have that small fire pit that could be for wood and whatnot.
Oh yeah, we got another like.
We wouldn't put furniture
got a fire pit, like, you know, that you sit around and relax, I'll probably burn that wood there. And there's actually more to it than just grabbing the coal. There's actually a company, I looked into this, there's a company that's doing it big that you can buy the charcoal from, that they burn. So I'll look back into all that information and see what it actually takes, because it's not as simple as just like burning stuff and then mix it in your thing. I think there's a process. So yeah, we'll look into it. All right, go ahead.
So these questions or comments are from the final video in the series, The Copper King is Alive. And Judy Beckner 9047 says, your new place is terrific, Derek. Thanks for taking us along your new journey. You're wise to leave that expensive shop that really didn't meet your needs. Your wife is exceptional, because it might get lonely for her, but you can enjoy God's nature. Thank you, Judy. She is exceptional.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife is exceptional. Thanks, Judy, for the comment, and always for sticking around. She's been around for a while, so I appreciate that.
At Canadian Grower 420, there's nothing better than Copper King doing what the Copper King does best, dude. Great video.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
At Marcus Todd 8531 says, great video, Derek. You're home now. A small fix for mosquito abatement until you go full nuclear on them is to use a thermocell. Basically a small device that has a butane fuel source and eats a small blue pad that keeps those buggers about 15-foot radius away from you. We wear them in South Carolina when in the swamps. You can see them stationary where you are standing still working. They're available in Sporting Goods Department at Walmart, Tractor Supply, and a lot of other places. About $20 per unit. They also make a stationary unit where we hunt. The mosquitoes are as big as hummingbirds, and thermocell keeps us bug free. Happy for your new digs. Life just got much better for you. Cheers.
Wow, thanks for the information, man. I appreciate it. I'll definitely be looking into that. What do you say? It's powered by propane?
He says that butane.
Oh, butane. I was about to say, Dag, I got a 100-gallon tank of propane I need to figure out what to do with.
Use it for the forklift.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to transfer it into the thing. So, I mean, I can use it for the barbecue grill. We'll have a never-ending supply for the barbecue. Okay, go ahead.
This comment's from Doug Wilson 7530. Hey, congratulations on the new digs. I'm glad you finally got a great place to make your dreams come true. I thought that shop has been holding you back. Now you can invest in your future.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that shop was a little crazy, and every year it just got way worse, and it didn't seem like it was going to end. So I'm glad to be out of there. I finally did get the attention of like the management, and the owner actually came by and said that I need to you know, tidy up the front there, and you know, he gave me a bunch of different options if I wanted to go to a bigger space, and if I wanted to downsize, or if I just wanted to leave. He says he didn't care, but you know, he wanted the place to be cleaned up a little bit, and so I'm opting to leave. So, all right, go ahead.
That was perfect timing. At J Burnett 9730. Man, I'm so excited for this new adventure. You don't even know. I feel like I'm part of the family. My question is, where do you get the jaws of life?
I bought them off eBay. They're decommissioned. They were originally at like the fire department. I guess they got to get new ones every so many years, which makes sense. And then I don't know if they auction them off or how they wind up on eBay, but you can just go on eBay and you know, or just Google Jaws of Life for sale and they'll pop up. And they vary in price. I mean, I got the ones I'm using now for like 250 bucks because they had a broken tooth. And then I've gotten the other ones, I paid 500 for the ones that I broke the blade on. And then I think I paid 700 for the spreader cutter combo one, the big boy that I got. So yeah, they're readily available online, or you can just go right to the company, the manufacturer, if you want to buy a brand new one. But I couldn't imagine how much they are. I'd just go get a good used one online. You can always it's just a hydraulic piston in there. You can always reseal it if you know, it needed any work. Okay, go ahead.
And Ever3080 says, I think you bought a haunted farmland. Actually, I'm a bit jealous, but in my opinion, if someone deserves it, it'd be you. Congrats on the property, and may you pump out much content from there in good health.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know what those noises are, and I've been hearing, like, there's some birds. I don't know if we have owls out there, but there's some big birds flying around at night. I seen one, like, it looked like he jumped off the roof of the carport, and there's a couple big nests I've seen. I'll point them out next time I'm out there on video. Some big boy nest out there. Alright, go ahead.
And Adam Chupa 5884. One awesome blessing to new places is that you won't have to follow any OSHA rules because you're on your own property versus being in an industrial plaza and having extra eyes. How could report safety issues to OSHA? So here, gonna save you a ton of OSHA fines.
That's funny. You know what I find funny about that comment is I was talking to the guy in the next building, sheet metal guy, and he said the fire marshal had just came in there and wrote him up for a bunch of violations. And here I'm thinking, man, I've been here 3.5 years. Fire marshal has never come into my bay and looked at anything. And if they came in there and seen the state of the electric, or probably the fuel that's in there, that what I'm doing, there would probably be some eyebrows raised or something going on. I really personally think they have to be greasing someone's palms somewhere, because there's no way that electrical would fly, and those FPE breakers and those panels wouldn't had to have been upgraded, like when a new tenant comes in or something. Like, I don't know how that goes, but that whole entire place is a fire hazard. And the electric, not just in my bay, in all the bays, everybody complains about it. So, okay, go ahead.
And Sean Casey 2444. You need to clean up the Copper King and service it so it'll last another 15 years.
Okay, I will do that. I actually plan, now that it's at the house, you know, and once I get kind of set up there, I plan on taking that thing apart. Okay, the camera kind of got hot and shut off, but that's going to be it for this video. If you have any comments or questions you want to have me answer, or have my wife answer, leave them below in this video, and we'll try to answer them all. And then, you know, we'll do a couple more videos like this while I'm still moving. And then going forward, I'll probably just do live streams again, and probably do more live streams once I'm settled at the house and up and running. So if you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I got some pretty cool scrapping coming up, and setting up a new location. tell you where we're going. Right to the scrap yard.
Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?